Now step 3. Finally, you get to check your answers. So after this long, arduous process, step 1 is very important. A lot of people go wrong here, and then the rest of this doesn't work. Step 2 is also very important, and most people don't do this because they hate how much time this entails, having to spend a lot of time, probably like 5 times more time than they estimated that it would take for them to study for this test. And step 2.5, people also don't know to do, but step 3 everyone does. So check your answers now. You get to check your answers. But I want you to see the distinction. Now checking your answers actually means something. So again, what was the distinction before? So before, you had no idea why you chose A. Before you chose A, you chose C, you chose B. So this was your first time answer all around. These were your first time answer. And you didn't have this 100% confidence, and you didn't go through any of this stuff. So you just had A, C, and B. And you check your answers, and like I said, it's just like kind of like winning a bet. You don't have any reasons why you chose A or C or B. And so what if you're right? What does that do? What does that reinforce? Or what does that shatter? Nothing. You were just guessing anyway. But now, look at the contrast now. Let's start with this. Let's start with the ones that you didn't go over. Okay? Let's start with this one. So now, of course, either you're right or you're wrong. If you're right, great. That means you're right. You got it right. If you're wrong, that means they trapped you. Because think about this. You left this question thinking you got it 100% right. You were so smug. This is so easy. B is definitely the right answer. Just wrong for this reason. Wrong, 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 wrong. It's B. And turns out you are actually wrong. What could this possibly mean? Often, really what happens often is that people just realize, oh, they misread. Yeah, okay, it wasn't on accident that you misread. It's designed, the LSAT is designed by very, very smart people that know how people think. They know how people tend to misread things. They know how people tend to bring assumptions into arguments, into answer choices. They know how to bait you to go one way or the other. They designed a trap for you, and you took it. You took the bait, you fell for it, and you didn't even realize you fell for it. You do not know what you don't know. That's what this tells you. Do you see how without separating the ones you're confident about and the ones you're not confident about, you don't get this empirical result. You don't get this empirical result that you're either right or they trapped you. You see, this is very, very dangerous. You should be shocked if you get these questions wrong. And like I said, oftentimes it really does just turn on your misreading. You just sometimes I've had so many, some students would be like, oh, I circled B and then just stop reading. And if I had kept reading, I would have realized E was right. Well, yeah, why do you think you stopped reading at B? Because they placed B there to be attractive to you. So you read it and you're like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I think, and you just move on. Sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't read the word not. Well, what can I say? You didn't read every word. Don't skip words. And other times you'll actually see how they trapped you. And do you see, it's like you know you got trapped, and then you get to examine B as a trap, and you'll realize the mechanism of the trap, the structure of the trap. And once you learn about the trap, you'll know to avoid it next time. So that's this. That's what the answer does for you. Do you see how the answer is actually providing you a service? It's giving you empirical evidence of something. So that's what happens here. All right, so either you're right, great, of course, you expect to be right. But if you're wrong, you better take a close look and see just what happened. How did they bait you? How did they trap you?